Probably gonna have to use, let me switch my accounts. Am I on the right page? Um, hmm. Yo, what's up? Okay, let me find my little link here. That's not. Y'all, it's been a crazy day. Alright, so I'll probably chop this up. Sorry, it looks like this right here. I'm not at the crib at the moment, but I waited till like 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Was busy doing other stuff, so I didn't catch it right at 9 p.m. Did not catch it right at 9 p.m. But let me make sure I got my stuff set up right. What is it? YouTube Studio. Yo, this is wild, yo. How do I switch YouTube channels on YouTube Studio? Okay, I see it. Yeah, I know I got 1,000 YouTube channels. Why is it not showing up? All right, I think I'm on the right YouTube page. Yeah, I'm on the right YouTube page. All right. All right, so this is my review of Love is Blind Season 7. I'm going to already tell y'all right now, I think I'm about to pee a lot of people off. I think I'm about to pee a lot of people off. Hold on, I'm about to get into it. I'm just trying to understand. Like, why I can't see my live. Why can't I see my live on my YouTube? All right, maybe it'll show. Maybe it's not gonna show up until after I go live. Which I'm working from my iPad. Working from my iPad, y'all. So whatever I need to fix, I guess I have to fix after. So we'll get right into this reunion. Uh, Let me go through the couples. All right. So I'm gonna do the couples in order. I'm telling you right now, I'm about to pee a lot of people off. So the first couple we're gonna go to is Tyler and Ashley. I covered Tyler and Ashley extensively on this channel. And so from covering Tyler and Ashley on this channel, the first thing we know is his baby mama's viewpoint, which is he was a surrogate for her and her wife at the time. Tyler was a surrogate for her and her wife at the time. And then she said they had babies after that. What her stories differ is she said Tyler stepped up. He wanted to be the dad. He was in the kid's life. Boom, 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 boom. She never said they dated. She said they was friends. Now that I'm saying this out loud, a lot of what she's saying is matching Tyler. I'm going to tell y'all what Tyler's fundamental mistake was. But if we go into the baby mama's wife's version, her version was they cheated with the twins. He was a surrogate, but she believed that they cheated to do that right there as well. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to show y'all motive, how everybody could be lying on either side. But this dude, there was no way he was going to completely redeem himself, but he did good. He did very good. Tyler's version is off camera. I told her the story, dog, 100% true. I told her I was a surrogate. I told her I stepped up. We messed around after that. Boom, we had kids the natural way. What we knew is what Tyler said that he told Ashley. Okay, cool. Ashley confirmed. He told her this, but Ashley was like, we gotta have this on camera. So when he was looking at her and saying like, I never seen them kids, I don't think that if what both Tyler and Ashley are saying is true, they didn't methodically go through the details. Probably because This is their first time being on a reality TV show, and they sat there and they was gonna lie to the audience. They just wanted to get the story out there quick without mentioning the kids, without hurting nobody, and that was gonna be it. Okay, cool. So when I look at their relationship and they show everything that Tyler and Ashley been through for an entire year, it looks like they have a loving marriage. It looks like they're standing by each other. There's a lot of women out here who stood by a man who had some issues in his past. And I'm not talking about the issues with the children. I'm talking about the issues he has, like the other women saying he did this, the other women saying that he scammed them. He did all the stuff that brought up. You can't get with a person that's like, yo, that's your past. You know, I'm looking at the love that we have. I'm looking at how you're treating me. And we're a team. We're going to rock out together. And Ashley said this is worth it. So all that stuff that they dug up that has nothing to do with the children, you got to take all that up, ball it up, throw it away. Whether you like it or not, Ashley cool with it. Hold on. I don't know how to look at my chat from this iPad, so I got my phone right here. Just try to see if I can see the chat while y'all doing this. But you got to throw all of that away. Tyler made several mistakes. Nothing explains him seeing those kids the day before he went on the show and abandoning them since. I don't know if he abandoned the kids. I don't know if he abandoned them. Because, like, what I think his mistake is, if we're looking at all three versions, not having defined rules, not having defined setups. When you don't have something defined, you leave everybody open for interpretation and you leave everybody open to be right. If you didn't have it defined with your best friend, your close friend, that, hey, I don't want to see nobody in a single mother situation, the relationship broke up, I'm sitting right there, I feel crazy, so yeah, I'll come over, yeah, I'll take pictures. Let's not forget that both of them said he's supposed to play the uncle role. So I don't know, if he don't have that defined, then he leaves it open for his baby mama / best friend that's clearly a lesbian. Well, I can't say clearly lesbian because she's saying she was messing around. But that's having some struggle whether she's a lesbian or not. He didn't have that defined. He didn't have how he and Ashley talked about everything off camera and she knew everything up front. What portions do we want to put out to the world? He didn't have that clear. He didn't have that defined. I'm going to tell you where he's going to run into problems. He's going to run into problems is that the state says that if you are a sperm donor, period, and you are around those children, using those children's life, you play a role in the children's life, you're going to have to pay child support. Where he's solid on his marriage is, Ashley don't care. If Tyler is being honest, if both Tyler and Ashley are being honest, and he was stepping up, not to date, not to be a father, he's just stepping up to help out. That's where you saw the photos, that's where you saw everything that's where you saw everything that came out. If he was stepping up in that role, that should have been clearly defined. That should have been clearly discussed. Because what he's saying is, he's not going to be in the children's life because he was never supposed to be in the children's life. That's what he's saying is taking place. But this is even messed up too, because you can't do that if you get somebody knocked up. And I'm talking about the twins. I'm not even talking about the son. Just with the twins, if you naturally get somebody pregnant, you need to be a father. What am I thinking? Like, I totally forgot this when I was watching the reunion. So there was a diabolical moment of this reunion. The most diabolical moment was during the end when they showed Tyler dressed for Christmas with Ashley. Tyler, Ashley, and the dog. And the last time I saw Tyler with a woman for Christmas was with his children, and a year later is with a freaking dog. Yeah, no, you may be right, Denise. You may be right, because like, you can't, like, here's one thing we all know. We got three people saying it. We got the baby mama, Tyler, and the wife. All three of them said Tyler and the baby mama never dated. They were just friends the entire time. Cool. I get that you saying like, I'm just gonna pitch in because you're a single parent. But you can't just pitch in and help her out like you donated sperm when you just admitted that y'all messed around and had 2 kids, bro. Bro, some people gonna think you got 3 children you should be taking care of. If you donated sperm, you got 2 children you should be taking care of. But if the state says if you play any role at all, if you're a sperm donor, then you have to pay child support. You have the rights as a parent. So yeah, either way it come back around, bro. To not be in them children's life, it's still diabolical. But Ashley has accepted the fact that he riding off and he not gonna take care of his children. And they happy. What do you do? What do you do? They happy. Okay, cool. So we gonna move on. The twins, they had the old-fashioned way. She was pouring him. Yeah, all 3 of them said they had the old-fashioned way. He said it on the reunion. Tyler said it. Baby mama said it. Ex-wife said it. At the bare minimum, Tyler has 2 children and that he walked out of their life. And a year later, he has a family photo with him, his wife, and the dog all dressed in Christmas clothes. Diabolical. All right, let me pull up my picture because it's been a long week, y'all. Hold on. Come on, John. Yo. Okay. So the next couple they got on. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is where people are going to disagree with me right now. Hannah and Nick. I was watching this part and I was like, it sucks because I have to review this for this channel. And I know that I'm going to turn people off. But at least I'm honest with my opinion. Bro, Nick didn't do nothing wrong. Nick didn't do nothing wrong at all. Nick didn't do nothing wrong. This girl stood 10 toes on how you diabolically should treat a man. The controversy that came out at the reunion was Nick didn't like the way that Hannah looked. I don't think that Nick liked the way Hannah looked, but I'm gonna show you why that doesn't matter. Let me go back to my chat. Listen, I don't know what everybody's saying because the reunion just went off. I put my tablet here and I'm talking about the reunion. I ain't seen no reaction, nothing. So I'm assuming everybody around with him. I'm gonna tell y'all women how y'all got power. Women got power because men rather walk away. Men rather walk away. How many reunions we see where women are ganging up on the guy and the guys are turning? The guys are turning because that's how our Nate, we just want to walk away. We ain't into it. So I'm gonna break down how this is different than how the women ganged up on Cole on season 3. The women that ganged up on Cole on season 3, they flat out said they heard Cole out of his own mouth say he wasn't attractive to Zanab. In this one, pay very close attention. All these women that came out saying that Nick talked about Hannah looking like a grenade, none of them ever heard him say that. He called them on it. And I knew from watching the show, this is going to be very bad looking for Nick because he doesn't know how to intelligently defend himself. I got really irked. I got really upset at the host of the show because Hannah is talking so long. Then Marissa jumped in. All these women jumping in. And I'm like, yo, control your show. Let Nick talk. And then when I counted, Nick said 2 words. Hannah jumped down his throat again. And the host did nothing. They just let it ride out. Women are going to be more emotional. They're going to talk the most. And they just let this guy who they watched the entire show, who does not know how to intelligently defend himself, just sit up there. He just sat up there and he, like if I know a guy like that, I'm like, yo, wait, I hear you outside. We gotta let Nick talk too. That really upset me. That really irked me. Go back and watch this reunion and tell me when I'm lying. No woman heard Nick say that. So what did Nick do? Nick got specific. I always teach on all my YouTube channels. The person that gets most specific is probably telling the truth. Who did I say it to? When did I say it? They pointed at who? What's his name? Steve. I think that's his name first time. They pointed at the guy who cheated on this girl and lied. Who did the most diabolical thing. They pointed at him. But I noticed one thing. When they pointed at him, Nick still got specific. I didn't say that she was a grenade. You know what I think in my personal subjective opinion? I think Nick did express he may not have like how Hannah looked. But Nick got defiant. I ain't never called nobody no grenade. I ain't never called nobody no name. So who else did they turn to? I'm looking at Alex talking all this stuff about Nick. I'm like, oh, Nick, you may be, Nick may have said Alex. Alex comes out. Then she heard it from Marissa. Marissa heard it from the guy who dumped her and made her cry twice. And what did he say? He said, I think this is a time that we all can take some accountability. Look at his play on words. We ain't talking generic. I need details. Did the man call the girl a grenade or not? He didn't say. So you say he takes some accountability. You may not have been that attracted to her. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Why would it have mattered? Why would it have mattered? If he saw her, and this is how we skew things to our own perception to try to make something a little worse than what it is. I thought it's a good thing if someone not fully attracted to you and they show that amount of love, they show that amount of patience, they watch you talk about them like a dog. So what people tend to do, they tend to take stuff and turn it into what they do know. Why did Nick let me dog him out like this? You're a horrible person. You should ask yourself, why did you dog a person out like that? But no, you gotta find some way to remove accountability for yourself. So the way you think, Nick wrote down 3 objective things. He clearly told you this is 90 days prior to the second week of September. Filming start October 1st. The third thing he wrote down, become famous on Netflix. Bro, let me be honest with you. If you told me right now, in January 2025, hey John, you selected to go on Love is Blind. I might write some crazy shit like that. I don't care. I'm not connected to this. I'm not connected to this at all. I'm gonna be the most famous person on Love is Blind. Why does any of this matter? 90 days prior, I reserve the right to say some stupid stuff. Go on the show, find somebody I like, connect with the person. Don't do nothing foul to the person. Don't treat the person wrong. And they take and unleash all their hatred and venom and what makes them a bad person out on me. And instead of you taking responsibility, oh yeah, he did say that one line, we're gonna build this to a storyline. It's like I really like Marissa until the reunion. The last time I flipped on somebody at the reunion this bad was season 3. The guy that looked like Dark Man before his face got blown off. What's his name? The guy who kissing thick Kourtney Kardashian ass who got married. I forget thick Kourtney Kardashian name on season 3, but that couple. I like that couple all the way to the reunion. I like Marissa all the way into the reunion. Marissa was going so hard on Nick. And what was killing me is that she did this off secondhand account. You go as hard as Marissa going on Nick. If he said it to you, you heard it out of his mouth. You heard it from a guy that cheated on a girl on a sleep apnea appointment. A sleep apnea appointment. That's mind-boggling to me. I'm like, Marissa going harder on Nick, then she went hard on the guy that dumped her. I was like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand this right here. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Nick, Marissa, if you see this, Nick is free. You know why Nick is free? Because he ain't gotta talk to Hannah no more. You are close friends with Hannah. You say on the reunion that Hannah even went off on you like this. And when you give someone vindication, when you give somebody a deplorable reason to justify their bad behavior, and you gotta hang around that person, you the person that is gonna come back on again. the best thing for Hannah was to leave the reunion with no excuses on how you should not only treat your partner, but you should treat other individuals. Again, going by you, Marissa, saying that she treated you bad too as a friend. Yes, yeah, you saying Marissa was taking her issues with Ramsey out on Nick. Exactly. I don't know when I start watching all these other reviews. I watch my boy Little Black Book 91. I go on panels and stuff. I don't know how the YouTube world is seeing this, but I'm like, who cares if he wrote something on a sheet of paper 2 weeks ago? I think people are turning a could have been into a fact. Could it have been? Check my verbiage. Could it have been? If Nick wrote that 2 weeks, that means he wouldn't take the experiment serious. He was being fake on camera. If you look at Nick's parents, how Nick act with people who have known him for years or whatever, with Nick not being able to verbally defend himself on a spot in every scene, I didn't get that Nick was being disingenuous. I get that Nick is young. I get that Nick is inexperienced, maybe immature, and an immature person may write something like that down. But I also get that he's genuine. I also get that in the pause, I felt that he was for real about the entire process. That's my subjective opinion. But we cannot turn a could have been into a fact. Let's just look at facts. Fact. Hannah was a big asshole to Nick. Hannah told a man who she knew for 2 weeks, I turned you from a boy to a man. A boy. So let's look at what comes out when you drink alcohol. Your real genuine feelings. When Nick is drunk out of his mind, the only time he stood up for himself, he still wasn't disrespectful to Hannah. He just stood firm. I ain't do nothing with your friend, so I don't understand, like, what does this got to do with me? It just is mind-boggling. Just mind-boggling to me how all these, I'm just sick of seeing women use their emotions to gang up on somebody. I'm sick of seeing it, bro. I don't care about it on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest. It's not fair because men will never come out and do that stuff because we rather just be chill and don't want the unnecessary headache. You know what I'm saying? But let's be clear. When this happened, when all the women ganged up on Cole in season 3, they got down on Cole saying, you directly said this. We heard you with our own ears. Everything these women were saying, they said 95% of it came from Steven, the cheater, and then Ramsey came at the end and said, this would be a good time to take some accountability. And then what did Nick do after he said it? Go back and watch the reunion. When Ramsey said that, Nick got specific. I ain't never told nobody I called her a grenade. I ain't never told nobody I called her a grenade. Why didn't Ramsey say something after he said that? If he called her a grenade. Bro, that y'all hurt when Hannah acts crazy on the next boyfriend. Marissa, Alex, this y'all fault. All right, so moving along. I'm gonna go to Tim and Alex because I kind of talked about Tim and Alex on this channel right here. Again, I think I'm gonna be hated for this video. I'm gonna be hated for this video because it seems like I'm taking up for all the men. But I just want to say fundamental differences that people don't see that trigger other people in relationship. I think that Alex would have been A-okay at this reunion. I'm not gonna start right there. If you're on my hip hop channel, if you're on any channel I have on YouTube, especially this channel when I covered the season prior to this, I always say the biggest problems in relationship is trust. And it's not the cheating trust, it's the everyday trust. I know you told me to take out the trash. I didn't take out the trash because you cooked, and I just waited till everything was done rake everything in the trash, then I was going to take it out. Isn't that plausible? But when the person don't trust you, you just don't respect me, you were going to take it out anyway. There's no way you can prove a thought crime. I'm going to repeat that. There's no way you can prove a thought crime. And I'm going to show you something Alex did that I see this so much in relationships. Tim said on the show, he mad that he showed more respect for her parents than she showed for him. Blah, blah, blah. We heard Tim say this a bunch of times. The new information we found out. Alex said that she had a busy day. Okay, cool. On that, I'm even leaning towards Alex. Like, bruh, you got these finite rules, and when something goes outside your finite, like your parameters, you just discombobulate Tim. You ain't gonna never have a successful relationship as long as you keep doing this, bruh. You gonna have to change this if you want to be with a woman. All that cool, all that working in Alex's favor. But this is what y'all women do. Y'all don't tell us your biggest fear until it's 1,000% like later. The argument then went way beyond, instead of you just being honest up front. So you gotta ask yourself, why would Alex on the show say, is she tired? She worked. Why was she going to reunion? I'm tired, I work at a busy schedule. All the way, this long drawn out thing. And none of that was true. Because in the end, she spoke her truth. She said, you asked my dad to marry me, and then when we talked that night, you had doubts. So why would I want to go see your family? If that's the real reason, why did we just do this long fight? Why did we come at the reunion and say all of this stuff? You sat there and you masked the real reason. The real reason is because it bothered you that he had doubts after asking your father for hand in marriage. Now, this is why I get confused. If you tell a man, I must have my dad's permission, I must have my dad say so in order to get married, and the show is set up in this 2-week format, that this is the only time they are filming with your family. You worry about doubt. Doubt could mean yes, doubt could mean no. You didn't give. Tim had doubt. Doubt can go both ways. But you told Tim absolutely there's a 0% chance you would get married without your father's blessing. So if a man has a little doubt and he want to talk to his girl about it and be upfront and be honest with you, but this is the only time he's gonna see your father. What if that doubt was some little cold feet that night? Y'all kiss, y'all make up. There was no fight, there was no nothing, and y'all get married. You wouldn't have married him because you didn't want him to ask your father's hand in marriage. And you said you're not getting married unless a man asks your father's hand in marriage. The only opportunity for him to do it is when he sees your father. And he come to you. If this wasn't on a show, if this was real life, you're going to have little doubts that come in and out. That's natural. That's natural. He didn't come to you and say, I asked your father hand in marriage, but I don't want to marry you. Ask your father hand in marriage. Starting to look cold feet, starting to look doubts. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's wrong with that? You took that and you felt so offended by it that you purposely, you said it yourself. Why would I want to go meet his parents? So you lied. All this stuff you said about you had to work late, you had to do this, you tired, you bartending for. No, why? Pick. You throwing everything against the wall to see what to stick. If it's truly because he had doubt, now you feel a certain way, then everything Tim thought was right. This does not take away from this man's biggest issue. Because one big thing that Alex harped on, well, I agree wholeheartedly that she was 100% correct on. When Alex went into her monologue saying like, it's I, how you feel, I wasn't even an option. Tim does do that. Tim goes so deep into his own brain when something just a little bit off, he retreats. However, if you knew, I don't want to see your parents, I'm not enthused about seeing your parents because you had doubts that night before, and you didn't disclose that to Tim, then that makes you a hypocrite. Now, I want to get back to my point about trust, right? When it comes to Alex and Tim, trust is the biggest thing that destroys relationship. And again, we're not talking about cheating the trust. We're talking about the day-to-day stuff that you do. Alex told Tim that he wasn't genuine about the relationship ever. That's the frustration you saw. He literally told you he was. Somebody may display something in a different way than you display stuff. I don't think Tim's issue was, I never cared about this relationship. I think Tim's issue was, bro, ain't nobody freaking perfect. Ain't nobody gonna fit your perfect mold. If Tim, even in his jacked up mind trying to get somebody to fit this perfect mold of what he got, and he dating you, he's serious about the relationship. So he got other stuff he needs to focus on. But you throw all that out the way because you don't trust him, and you turn it to what you do know. You do know when a guy's being fake to you. That's what people do. When they don't understand something, they turn it to what they do know. They turn it to what they're used to. So when she dismissed him and said that he never cared about the relationship at all, he was just faking anyway, I saw it. I saw the change in him. He was done with our conversation. Because all we do is get in these relationships, and instead of really trying to understand, it's not about communication, it's about comprehension and trying to understand your partner. If you do that, you're at a dead end once you get to a thought crime. How do you prove a thought crime? Somebody can come my chat right now. John, you just trying to have a different take. You trying to get all views. I can't do nothing with that. I'm not gonna go crazy. Ain't nothing I can do if you believe that. I cannot prove a thought crime. Because people aren't trusting each other in relationships. Trust me, if you watched my video earlier, I didn't think I was gonna say anything negative about Alex. If you watch my video, I'm like, this dude is damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? But I understand where he come from. But even in understanding where Tim come from, when I saw Tim heart in hard on that, like, I showed all this care for your parents and you didn't show this care for my parents. If it was simply on the lack of care for his parents and not the reason why, just I did this, you didn't do this, I'm out. That's an issue Tim will forever have in a relationship. But if Tim was really trying to display, me and you both know why you didn't want to be there for my parents. And then she come behind and say, I ain't want to be there for your parents. You had doubts the night before. Why would I be enthused? Then Tim is right. He's objectively right. He's saying there's a reason. What are we arguing about? Also, too, and you know, I skipped over the biggest thing. Like, I think women are a lot mentally stronger than men. Don't get mad at me when I say this, man. You know what I'm saying? Even physically. You know what I'm saying? You know how we look. Fellas, y'all know how we look when we get sick with the flu. About to die. Then your girl get the flu and she just coughs that off like it ain't nothing. A man can cheat on a woman and she'll stay. Cheat on a man, he out. Women show a lot more strength than men. And I think because women show a lot more strength than guys do, they don't understand how big it is when you call us out our name like that. You don't tell a man he acting like a little bitch. And if it's day one of your honeymoon, y'all been in a pod and you head over heels in love. And she said this happened because she walked off when they meet the couple, when they having a great time. You're having a great time, everything good. You never had an argument. You never had a disagreement. I know me, I love to reassure my woman. If I saw my woman walk off, run off like that, I'm going after my woman. If this is day one, and I'm doing what the right thing a man should do, let me see what's up with my girl. I'm planning to marry her, so this is my opportunity too to show her how I'm gonna be there for her. Again, she's saying she's trying to protect him. And maybe if they in this closed off bathroom and no camera guy crews and the camera crew looking for him because they ran out, she's like, shh, 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 shh. Even in that lightest form, that's a part of control, right? But to me, I ain't gonna lie to you, that ain't no big deal. That's not a big deal. But if I fell in love with a woman in the past and we talking for 7 hours, 8 hours, we talking all night, y'all know how long the conversation be if you really watch a show like that. And the first sign that I don't know why she upset, she not telling me, I'm trying to do the right thing after her. If that culminates in her saying I'm acting like a little bitch, I'm out. I'm out. Because I know they're going to be hard problems. The relationship's going to have hard problems coming down the road. And this is what I get on day one of my pre-honeymoon. I'm a little bitch. I'm going to show you I'm a little bitch. I'm finna run away like a little bitch. I'm going to show you I'm a little bitch. Marissa Mom wasn't even feeling Hannah's foolishness and looked like she was. Yeah, I saw Marissa Mom wasn't feeling that. Nick has a lot of flaws with the points to gang up on him over calling Hannah a grenade or 5 out of 10. He never, no guy on that stage, no woman on that stage confirmed that Nick said a grenade. When Nick asked detailed questions, no one said anything. But what does it say of a man if he thinks a woman a grenade and he fall in love with her? He fell in love with who he thought was a grenade and she dogged him out. My wife clocked that Alex said that too. She didn't want to see his family after he said he had doubts. And the fact that Alex didn't tell her dad what the true point of the show was, but left it up to him, to Tim to tell him in the very first meeting. Yeah, that Alex has some flaws. And I can see if you never saw me talk about Love is Blind, you may feel I'm being nice with Tim, but I already went off on Tim. Tim flaws are blatant in his face, and he gonna have to fix that, or he ain't gonna have no woman. Straight up. But what is Alex hiding if the first day of your pre-honeymoon and you never had an argument and a man is trying to come and be there and you acting like a little bitch? What are you? At least a woman who dates him in the future know what she gonna get. I don't think a man dating Alex truly know what he gonna get. I think the shit they're trying to put on Alex, I think the shit they're trying to put on Nick may actually apply for Alex. You're trying to put on Nick like he's different. You're trying to hide some shit, or he's different off camera. I thought Alex was the most attractive woman, and I already said this on camera on the season. That's who I would physically have gone for, right? I would not be interested if someone like tried to set me up on a date or something with her. It's just for the unknown. Like, I don't want nobody call me no little bitch in the darkest, biggest argument, yet alone the first minor thing we have because I'm rushing to see what's wrong with my fiance. Like, I can't rock with that, bro. I can't. Y'all gotta understand, man. I don't know the demographic that watch me or watch the channel, but you get 35 and older, man, guys ain't trying to hear that conflict argument shit. Like, we're not trying to hear that. Like, a lot of the older a guy get, the more he becomes a runner. All right, so let me go to so why is it showing I can't do nothing about it. I feel so lost without my computer. I feel like Leo must be as intelligent as they're saying because Leo took the best route for redemption. I thought he was gonna get murked on that stage. Hold on though. Who oh yeah. The girl with Leo, Brittany. This is what I'm saying is not fair for men, especially on reunion shows. It's just not fair for men. Brittany would come in so hard at Tim. Did you talk to Tim? Did you meet Tim? Brittany, so you and the girl gang group and y'all hang out and stuff. So Alex is your girl. How do you know? How do you know everything that Alex is telling you is true? It's wild to me. And Tim go fishing. He hanging out with the guys. He got a great brotherhood. And guys don't do what women do. Ain't no guy rushing up to come off at Alex like that. And if guys jumped on Alex like that, we look horrible. But other girls, because they friends with one girl, all of them just jump into stuff. Like, bro, like, this only can happen on a reality show. Because, like, in real life, if you're having a conversation with your girl, you have an argument with your girl, ain't no friends for the not with your boy. Not with me. Like, that was wild. So we got Steve. Is that Steven? I don't remember her name. The only interesting thing, come on now, everybody watching this know, bro, you about to get dogged. You about to get dogged because you got caught cheap red-handed on a reality show. You about to get dogged. So I wasn't even looking forward to seeing Steven's section because we already knew it was about to be. Bro, you cheated. You about to get dogged out. So we just sit here and watch you get dogged out. But the interesting take I take from that is something that I can understand Steve's frustration. Because I'll be like, damn, that shit's like, it's coming across as fake. Yo, we've been cool for 12 months. You knew what took place. You came at me hard. You dogged me out. You said I'm cool. We became friends. We ain't had no problem. We ain't had a problem since November of 2023. And every tiny little thing this man said, she came off on my heart. And I feel like that would be a bad take for people because our brains are just engineered that this stuff just happened. We just watched the season. It just ended, so she should go off on a reunion. But most women that this happened to, they would never speak to this guy again. They would never be friends. They probably been holding stuff in for a whole year. They haven't talked to him. They been cool. Don't tell me we cool for a whole year. And no matter what I say, try to open my mouth. And I'm taking accountability. I'm not making no excuses. Brother got so frustrated. And I'm like, from that love lens, I can see why Steve got frustrated. You know, like, because if we real friends, and if I did that to you last year, and we could be friends, I'm gonna talk to you on the phone. I'm gonna be honest, like, you know what? For what I did to you, when we get to the reunion, go off on me. Go ahead and your mama. It's all good. It's all cool. At least it's an agreement. At least I feel better that it's an agreement. But if I'm thinking everything cool, I can't open my mouth about nothing. I can see if he was trying to put blame on somebody else or say somebody else. The brother would take it. They didn't even ask him about how black he was. I wanted to hear how black he was, all the black jokes. That's what I thought I was going to hear about Steven, but I don't know, that's kind of weird. I wouldn't be cool with her after that. Like, I feel like you played me. And then she said, you're right, I'm not perfect. I played you like you played me a year ago. I don't know, maybe I would draw my pride. All right, did I forget Ramses and Marissa? I think I did forget Ramses and Marissa. The interesting takeaway I have from Ramses and Marissa is that all of this just boils down to one thing. It's not a bunch of complex things that happen. And she got some venom for Ramses. The one thing that took place is he didn't tell her the doubts. Name me one. I challenge you to name me anything that happened besides that. What about the military, John? Non-factor. She didn't bring it up. He didn't bring it up. Normal conversation to producers are putting out there probably because they ain't having enough substance. Contraceptive, he mentioned that. She didn't fight him on that. Much more nuanced conversation, like I broke down my video about Ramses and Marissa that I already have on the page. That ain't what they fought about. They fought about, her mom fought about. He wished he would have changed one thing, being more honest. When I looked at it from that love lens, I came away from the reunion saying that I was too hard on Ramses, and I felt like I was too hard on Ramses because I'm 44 years old. I was that guy that like I didn't start breaking up with people till my 30s. Like most people would break up with me, or I would just stay a real long time, or I wouldn't feel in a relationship or whatever. I made those same mistakes in my 20s, like they are. I made the same mistakes, and I gotta realize that I'm a lot older than these people on this show. His just so happened to be on camera. And then people act like they don't see this a lot. And that's a lie. Look outside your door, look outside your window. There's so many people that are in these relationships and they're not telling their partner their doubts and their fears because they feel like I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or maybe I can stick it through. So all these blogs and stuff that I and other people made, well, Ramsey wasn't feeling that. He wasn't feeling that. We were all right. That was the biggest thing he did to break her heart. If he just would have been man enough, and maybe that's not a responsible choice of words. It's a good choice of words, but it's not responsible because when you say something like man enough, if someone watches this and they're experiencing this and they just have these doubts and they don't hurt my feelings, and if I tell them you're not man enough, I'm just gonna make them feel weaker. You have to be responsible enough to do the right things because ultimately, what you claim you didn't want to happen played out and happened just like that. It played out and happened just like that. I'm not gonna tell her my doubts. I don't want to hurt her. Bro, Marissa looked hurt more than anybody in the history of Love is Blind. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta rip that Band-Aid. He never once said he wanted to be with her again. We know from the article that she tried to get back with him months later. He rejected her again. So Ramses did not want to be with Marissa. He simply should have told her that a lot earlier. Let's see, what else happened? It was interesting that AD said that she dated somebody because I thought she gonna be in a season 3 of Perfect Match. We all know Perfect Match not real. I felt a little sad that Marshall is single because I thought Marshall's love story was he found his doctor, he proposed, got down on one knee, so now Marshall has proposed to 2 women and it didn't work out. So I know he want to keep his head up. I know he probably having fun that he moved out to LA, but like the show didn't push Marshall to propose to this doctor because it was after the show. So this is something he did of his own accord in the natural way, in the natural setting. For that to not come to fruition, it must have been a painful breakup. So I was sad to see that my boy experienced that. I thought this was going to be the night that Zach and Bliss was going to unveil how the baby looked to the world. Thought they was waiting for this, but they didn't do that. But y'all know Zach and Bliss is one of my top couples of all time on Love is Blind. I don't really care about the girl Jessica for season 1. I would make y'all laugh with a roast if I was on my other channel, but I try to keep a little bit more mature over here. I don't really care about her. And I like to see the love from, Garrett and Taylor. I really like that. I know I say I don't be liking when people be all in love because there'll be no drama or whatever, but it's cool to see their families combine, how they've been working out. Love seeing the brotherhood from the guys. I'm missing anybody. I think I hit every single person on here. I don't really care about, I like that Brittany is cool with Leo, that they're friends, you know what I'm saying? And I like that it was different than it was portrayed on camera. She actually liked when he was kissing her. She was worried about the awkward moments and stuff like that. Good that they're friends. And I did sense that Leo is like, I don't know if I want to use the word eccentric, but just a little off, but in the cool way that guys will like. That's why he get along great with the guys. But more confusion, and if he loves to control everything and so analytical and so detailed, and if you're not good with women, then it would make you go all the way to the end. You still haven't chosen until it blows up in your face. So I can understand that maybe not as awful as he was portrayed on the show. Other than that, I'll leave it the way it is, man. A lot of people finna be mad about that Ashley and Tyler, but they look locked. And this is so hard because it's like, I like seeing them in love. I like seeing a woman ride for her man. And I understand that we all make mistakes in our past. To get somebody that look past your flaws and the things that you've been through in your life, I love that. I just wish that it didn't come at a price of a man neglecting his children. That's pretty much it, man. Speaking of my kids, I gotta get me some sleep. Then I go trick or treat with my children tomorrow. That's my recap. I Love is Blind. And y'all might find me in the comment section of other people's video. Probably gonna hit up Little Book 91, see if they want to do another panel. And I'm probably gonna get crushed. I have good debates on that because I probably got different takes than most people got. But other than that, I look and see is there anything else that I missed. No, that's it. All right, y'all hold it down.